Self-image is not a reflection, it's a construction. Centuries ago in ancient Persia, there lived a king named Darius who possessed something unique in his palace: two magical mirrors. One mirror always showed a person as the most beautiful and perfect version of themselves. Every flaw vanished, every imperfection transformed into radiant beauty. The other mirror revealed only the raw truth. Every blemish, every mark of time, every real imperfection. The king had placed these mirrors in opposite corridors of the palace, and every visitor inevitably encountered both. Shaheen was a young merchant who arrived at the palace for an important audience. Confident and ambitious, he first encountered the mirror of perfection. "What a magnificent man I am," he murmured, his voice filled with pride and satisfaction. For days he returned to that corridor, gazing at his flawless image. He felt invincible, superior to everyone around him. But fate led him to the opposite corridor. Before the mirror of truth, Shaheen saw his teenage acne scars, his hair beginning to gray, his posture hunched from anxiety. "Who is this pathetic man?" he whispered, his voice trembling with horror. For weeks, Shaheen became obsessed with the two mirrors. He ran between them in desperation, one moment feeling like a god, the next seeing himself as a complete failure. His mind could find no peace. In business, he oscillated between extreme arrogance and paralyzing insecurity. One night, exhausted and confused, he collapsed, crying in the palace gardens. There, an elderly Persian gardener found him. "Why do you weep, young man?" she asked, her voice soft and maternal. "I no longer know who I am." Shaheen replied, his voice broken with anguish. "The mirrors show me completely different people." The woman smiled wisely. "Ah, Darius's mirrors. He placed them there to teach a lesson." "Listen carefully, my son," the gardener said, sitting beside him. "Neither the perfection nor the imperfection you see is you. You are the awareness that observes both reflections." Shaheen stared at her with curiosity and hope. When you stop defining yourself by what you see in others' mirrors, whether praise or criticism, you discover your true nature. You are neither the glorified nor the diminished reflection. You are the observer. That night, Shaheen returned to the mirrors, but this time, instead of losing himself in the images, he simply breathed and observed. "I see, but I am not what I see," he murmured, his voice calm and clear. For the first time in weeks, he felt peace. He no longer needed validation from either mirror. Doesn't Shaheen's tale strike an almost unsettling chord within each of us? How often have you found yourself oscillating between those two mirrors, soaring to cloud 9 from praise one moment, then shattered by criticism the next? This channel grows not just through stories and reflections, but through your actions. When you subscribe, when you leave a like, you strengthen this community, helping messages that moved you reach others who need them too. Check the pinned comment for our free mini-guide, Ancient Silence for Modern Lives. Practical ways to cultivate clarity amid daily chaos. We live in an era where mirrors have multiplied endlessly. Every like, comment, or passing glance becomes a reflection that can either elevate us to euphoria or plunge us into despair. The cruelest part? We're never prepared for this emotional roller coaster we've unwittingly built. As a child, did you need others' approval to know you were hungry? To recognize your joy while playing? Of course not. You simply knew. That innate wisdom still lives within you. It's just buried under layers of accumulated expectations and judgments. Social comparison operates like a drug. The more you consume, the more you need to feel enough. Yet, like any addiction, it never delivers the promised peace. There will always be someone more attractive, successful, or seemingly happier on social media, just as there will always be critics of your choices, appearance, and very being. What if you could step off this emotional seesaw? What if you could access an inner stillness untouched by others' opinions? A simple practice. Start small. Next time someone comments about you, whether praise or criticism, pause and breathe deeply. Ask, who within me is hearing this? Recognize it's not you being judged, but your awareness observing the experience. You needn't become indifferent to others. Just stop outsourcing your peace. You don't require the world's mirrors to validate your worth. You're already whole, already enough, already worthy of love, especially your own. Discussion. Which mirror, praise or criticism, affects you most?